time for the handoff. We are ranking the big 4 offseason moves for the Kings. We have the Devin Carter draft pick. We have DeMar DeRozan. We have Mike Brown extension. We have Malik Monk re-signing. Oh, wait. You got to get your mic on. There we go. Devin Carter's 4. That is consensus. Yeah. That's consensus. Congratulations, everybody. We've agreed on that. What's number 3 for you?
I'm trying to decide between Mike Brown and Malik Monk. I'm gonna say Malik Monk.
Kenny's trying to trade Malik Monk.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Mike Brown.
Wow,
Mike Brown is 3. Malik
Brown.
Monk is 2. Only because Malik Monk was gonna leave, right? Like he didn't have any years on his contract. I know lame duck year and all this other stuff, but technically Mike Brown was under contract to be here this year. Malik Monk wasn't gonna be here if he didn't sign. So put Malik Monk 2, Mike Brown 3, and DeMar DeRozan number 1.
Why is DeRozan 1?
Because it changes the trajectory of your franchise right now. Like it takes you from, if you didn't sign DeMar DeRozan, if you didn't get anybody, or like you, I think you're a playoff team. I think you're a team that could be, top 5 or 6 maybe, but that's probably your ceiling.
Interesting.
With DeMar DeRozan, I think you're a certified, verified top 16. Your ceiling raises to 3,
this is where and this is so I hear you. That James said something very similar, and I think that's right. And I've said it on this very radio station that the DeMar DeRozan trade gets you to this, but I don't think you get to a DeMar DeRozan trade without Mike Brown signing an extension.
True.
Or without Malik Monk re-signing.
True.
So that's where. But I totally get what you guys are both saying, and you're both absolutely correct. Had they not done the Malik Monk, or not the Malik Monk trade, but the DeMar DeRozan trade, we'd be sitting here like, okay, so they're kind of running it back.
Yeah,
and it'd feel really disappointing. But the DeMar DeRozan trade, now it's like, okay, there it is. That's the big move.
Yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying. It's picking nits a little bit because, like I said, Mike Brown, I didn't think he was going to resign. If he didn't get a contract.
That would have been nuts.
You know what I mean? He was going to be here regardless. He might have been here, pouting, or, maybe you wouldn't have been able to sign those guys, but he was still going to be here next year. These other 2 quite possibly weren't. So it's the only thing that we all agree on is Devin Carter's 4.
Yeah, that's not Devin Carter. He's just
not at all. Just in the landscape of this offseason, Devin Carter's 4.
Yeah. Well, then the injury. I think the injury plays a huge role in that too, and I'm with you. Like, it's tough. This team without Mike Brown would be tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you watch a home run derby last night?
I watched a little bit of it. I watched a little bit of it. What's his name for the Dodgers? Won, right?
Teoscar Hernandez. Yeah. He was my pick to win it too.
Goddamn Dodgers, man.
I know it's ridiculous.
They always find something. Ridiculous. But I saw a little bit of it. I will say. The national anthem thing, I thought that was overblown. I really did. Like, it wasn't good, but
it was really bad.
It was nowhere near Carl Lewis and Fergie. Nowhere near.
You thought it wasn't?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
So we were in a meeting with our guy Complex. I just kept seeing, like, I'm scrolling the phone. I kept seeing tweets. Oh my gosh, this was horrible. This was horrible. Kept seeing tweets. I was like, what the hell did this sound like? So we finally got out of the meeting.
You didn't just stop the meeting to listen?
Almost, a couple times, almost. But I got out of the meeting and I heard it, and I was like, that wasn't good. But that wasn't what I didn't need that to be on my timeline for like an hour straight. Like, it wasn't that.
Were you scrolling Twitter in a meeting?
Yeah. You got to stay up to loop what's going on. I can multitask though. I can listen to my man Complex.
I can't.
And figure out what's going on.
I used to think I could scroll Twitter and listen. I cannot. I've punted on that idea.
Well, we have interesting
I can fake
meetings,
listen.
so I can like what he's saying is kind of interesting. I'm probably more listening to what's being said as opposed to like what's on my timeline. Right.
Okay.
So like you got to, one thing gets the majority of your attention. What he's saying gets more of my attention than
I see. Until you realize how many national anthem tweets are coming, and then
I kept seeing it. I said, what the hell? What does it sound like? And it wasn't good, but it was It was not Carl Lewis and Fergie.
Okay.
Carl Lewis is, I think, the worst.
Yeah, that one is really bad.
Yeah, that and him throwing out a first pitch, that's also probably the worst.
Oh, that was awful.
Like
I've never
between
seen
the
that. I'm not watching any bad
was
first
awful.
pitch videos all week.
You'll be fine.
I'm
You
not watching
got
any
this.
videos all week.
You got
Well, it
this.
should build
I've
confidence, Kyle.
I've got a throwing program that I'm going through right now.
You know what you should do? No, I can't.
I'm all
even
about
say,
pliability and strengthening. Go ahead.
I can't even say it. I can't even say because if it happens, then it's going to take away from the specialness of it.
Okay.
You should just throw an awful pitch.
Oh
no.
What do you think? What do you think is going to get more eyes on you? A good pitch or an awful pitch?
I don't care about eyes on me. I have pride, bro. My pride is what I care about.
No, I mean, look, I'm telling you something that I would. I would never throw a bad first pitch.
If I'm, no, I'm not going to intentionally, pardon the pun, throw the first pitch. Like I'm not going to mess it up on purpose. Be like, oh look, I threw it. Oh no,
I think you should fire it in there.
No,
don't lob it. Fire it in there.
I'm not the main
75
character.
miles per hour.
No, I'm not the main character. I'm going to go out there. If they let me throw it from the mound, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Little leg kick, no wind up, just little leg kick. One pop. I'm going to wear a glove, obviously.
Okay. Well, that's different.
One pop in the glove, and then I'm just going to
fire it in there.
No, because then I might overthrow it, and no one's going to be impressed, dude. Here's the deal. If I throw a strike, people are going to be like, wow, he threw a strike. Good for wow, look at the first pitch guy. Threw a strike.
That's awesome.
Get it. Got it to the plate, threw a strike. Good for him. If I throw it, I'm guessing if I really got into one right now, I could get it like 60. If I just really got behind it.
Arm will fall off. I tried that one time at like ESPN Zone. Like, I'm going to throw it as hard as I can. And my arm, it looked like all my little ligaments detached.
Dude, my UCL's cursing me out like right now, you saying that. So no, it's not going to be anything like that because I'm not going to throw the River Cats aren't going to be like, wow, we got to sign this guy.
Well, you never know.
So
I had a moment in a softball game where we were clubbing this team and just kept hitting single, double, single. And a guy hit a ball to the outfield. I think I was on second. They threw the ball into the shortstop. The shortstop turned, and we're at Mahaney out in Roseville. He fired it out of the stadium, across the street, and to the apartment complex. And the umpire goes, "That's it, game over." And we all walked off the field because that guy lost his mind. So I'm wondering, Kyle, would that be a bit? Could you just see if you can throw it over the top and out of the stadium? That would be like
announcer's booth.
Yeah, well, my guy Zach Beirudi is their broadcaster. Maybe I'll just try and fire one up to Z-Bay. I'll be like, bro, wear a glove, you play some catch.
I'm telling you, you go viral.
But I don't want to go viral for that, dude.
Yeah,
I don't want to be known as because that like, hey, that guy likes baseball. He can't throw one for nothing.
Yeah,
like that's such a base athletic thing. Okay, is throwing a ball, just throwing a baseball. And I personally, again, baseball, my favorite sport. I played it from the time I was 3 years old all the way through high school.
Yeah,
and I tried to pursue playing like adult leagues in college. It didn't work out. But I love the sport. Like it is my with this opportunity, this thing that I've wanted to do since the first baseball game I ever attended.
Yeah.
I was like, someone gets to do that. I want to do that. This is my first ever opportunity. I'm not throwing it away so I can be viral for a day.
There you go.
Viral, not even on Twitter. Like, it's not even a major league game. It's not, and I'm not famous. I'm not 50 Cent. I'm not pick a person who's at a bad first pitch. No one's gonna give a rip. I'm just gonna be the idiot who can't throw a baseball.
Fire it in there. That's what I say. Fire it in there. 70 miles per hour. You can be like that one minor league guy who thought he hit a home run and started rounding the bases, but the wind knocked it down and got caught at the warning track, and he didn't realize till he got to third base. Oof. I actually think past third base.
That's tough.
It's an all-time moment. But really it's tough. A game nobody cared about, but we remember him forever.
And hey, Carl Lewis doing that stuff, that was 25 years ago. I'm pretty sure.
Lewis, 50 and Conor McGregor, I think that was a work. Yeah, I think they did that on purpose.
Maybe. See, but I just don't. I'm not going to do that.
That's why I say fire it in there, man.
Yeah, no.
72 miles per hour.
Nice and easy. Whatever I got to do to throw a strike. If I throw a strike, I can fist pump and be like, yes, proud of myself. I did it. Cross it off the bucket list. Because if I botch it, then it'll be like, when can I come back? Let me try again.
You only get one first pitch.
I know, and that's why
Like,
that's
at
why
that
it's got to
time,
be
yeah,
good.
at that time,
That's why it's
yeah.
got. This is not the thing I'm going to try and go viral for. What do you guys got coming up on D'Lo and Casey?
I mean, we got to talk about this Brandon Ayuk situation just a little bit. It's perplexing to say the least, but we'll get into it. Talking about the Kings Summer League, and James Dolan needs to sit down and shut up.
Love that. Can't wait to listen. D'Lo and Casey coming up noon until 4. Then it's the MLB All-Star Game. First pitch, 5 o'clock. Coverage begins at 4 o'clock. He's James Ham. I'm Kyle Madsen. We're the Insiders. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Until then, drink water and be nice to people. Bye.